Hello, this is Zamanzadeh from ZZNetworking.com. In order to see better, press this icon to view full screen. During this tutorial, we're going to go over several different concepts. Some of them are going to be reviews, but some of them are new concepts. The first thing we're going to go over is how to create a table from an existing table. Well, first of all, let's go ahead and create the table structure. In front of you, you have the following code: create table VIP customer. And we give the structure the customer name, the customer number, balance, credit limit, and rep number. And of course, customer number is our primary key. We execute this code along with our data types and lengths, and our table is now created. Now, this is a blank table. It has no information in it. So suppose we want to copy from our table customer into this table VIP customer. Well, in the following code, you're going to see that here we say insert into VIP customer, the one we just created now, and we select the customer number, customer name, balance, credit limit, and rep num from the customer table where the credit limit is greater than 7,500. Now, normally you have to say insert into the table name the word values, but since we're actually inserting data from a different table, here we omit the word values and we simply open up the select from where clause. Hit Control Enter, and we have 5 rows inserted into our new table. Now, let's go ahead and practice some DML actions on this. On the top code, let's select all from this table to view it. We can scroll down to our bottom pane, and we see we have 5 rows inserted into this table. Now, suppose we want to update this information. We want to set the customer name equal to Smith Retail, where the customer number is 625. We've covered this in the past. Once again, you say update the table name, which is VIP underscore customer. We say set, and then the column we want to change, set customer name equal to what we wanted, in this case Smith Retail. And our where condition, we say where customer num, our primary key column, is equal to 625. We execute this, and 1 row is updated. We go ahead and view our entire table, and sure enough, right here in your bottom pane where you see 625, it now says Smith Retail. Now let's go ahead and update our table a little bit further. Let's update the VIP underscore customer table and set the rep number equal to 45 wherever the balance is less than 3,000. Now before we execute this, look in the balance column. You see we have 1 and 2. We have 1, 2, 3 values where the balance is less than 3,000. So we're going to go ahead and execute this code, and sure enough, 3 rows were updated. Now, we're going to practice a few more of these. Let's go ahead and select all from our table and view it. We see that now the rep number is 45 for those 3 rows where the balance is less than 3,000. Let's go ahead now and update this VIP underscore customer table and set the rep number equal to 55 where the rep num is not equal to 45. So since we have 3 values of 45 and we have 2 values where the rep num is not 45, this code is going to change those 2 values to 55. We go ahead and update this. 2 rows are updated. We select all from the customer table, and now our rep number is either 55 or 45. Now, let's go ahead and describe the structure of this table. Say describe VIP underscore customer. Here we could go ahead and take a look at the different data types and lengths allowed here. Customer number is char, customer name is varchar2, balance and credit limit are number, rep number char, and we have their lengths next to that. So now let's go ahead and practice some simple inserts. Once again, we've done a lot of this in the past. However, we're going to incorporate something called rollback and commit. So let's go ahead right now and insert the following. We're inserting into VIP customer values. For the customer number, it's going to be 888. The name is going to be Bake City. The balance is going to be 7,800. The credit limit is going to be 14,000, and the rep number is going to be 55. And we see that the values we're entering in correlate to the data type and length of all the columns we have in our table. We go ahead and execute this code. One row is inserted. Now, let's go ahead and encode the following. I'm going to say rollback. We run this. It says rollback statement not applicable. All statements are automatically committed. Now, right above this, we see that it says the word auto commit where I'm highlighting, and there's a check mark there. Go ahead and uncheck that so that there's no check mark there. So, let's go ahead and insert the following. We're going to say, first of all, insert into VIP customer a record with a value 889 this time. It's going to be, once again, Bake City, balance, and credit limit, the same. We go ahead and insert this in. This is one more row inserted. We select all from customer. We see the two rows that were recently inserted, 888, and the last one, 889. Now, we can go ahead and issue the statement called rollback. Control Enter. It says statement is processed. Now let's go ahead and see all values on our table. You notice that the 889 is missing. We only have 888. And the reason why is because after we inserted 888 into our table and it was automatically committed, we then unclicked this button up here for the auto commit. We inserted this row, 889, and then we went ahead and said rollback, which means take it back to the last time we committed our data. So this row has been automatically deleted. Now, let's go ahead and practice some more coding. In this case, let's go ahead and reinsert that row, 889. Let's go ahead and try and reinsert that. So we get one row inserted. We select all from customer. And sure enough, 889 is back. Since we don't have auto commit on right now, let's go ahead and execute that command to commit our data, since we don't want this information to be lost. We go ahead and execute commit, and we get statement processed. That last row we just inserted is now committed to our database table, VIP customer. Go ahead and view the whole table, and you see it's still there. So before you forget, go ahead and click that box one more time where it says auto commit. Put that check button back in there so that way you don't forget to do it in the future. So now, from now on, everything will be automatically committed in our database. The next thing I'd like to show you, the last thing I'd like to show you, is working with null values. Now, let's go ahead and update VIP customer and set balance equal to null, where customer number equals 705. We go ahead and execute this. This is one row is updated. Pay attention, we said equal to null, not is null. Now, let's go ahead in our next code and say select all columns from VIP customer where balance equals null. We go ahead and execute this, and they say no data found. And that's because whenever you're querying, not when you're updating, but when you're querying, you have to use the reserved words is and is not null. We select all from VIP customer where balance is null, and sure enough we get that row. Thank you for your time, and may God bless you.